Speaker.
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What a delight to be able to speak on this bill. I have to say, it's so nice to follow a member who's been speaking about why ministers shouldn't take responsibility, and yet I've heard today in the House constantly why members on the other side were constantly berating my colleagues because they were in fact allowing their ministries to take proper responsibility, not overriding them. But look, I just thought that was stunning. Now this bill is all about putting the costs of stockholding treaty obligations for oil onto the people who are using the oil. And that actually seems to be a pretty sensible thing. Many people have no idea that our biggest export in terms of value to Australia, by the way, is oil. And the second biggest is gold. So for those on the other side who don't know about these things, we have long been an exporting nation of these rich mineral lands. Having said that, we also import our oil that we use in New Zealand because that is the standard of oil that our refinery will be able to take. And the sort of oil that we take out of Taranaki, for instance, that goes off overseas is a different quality of oil. Apparently it's a very, very high quality of oil and it's too high for our oil refinery. So when we listen to people talk about how we should boycott oils, we should stop doing this with oil, fact is it's a huge part of our economy now. And what this bill very sensibly does is to give the Minister the power to put the costs where they should be, where they should lie. Now, one of the things that some of us are old enough to remember, carless days. I know that Mr Hipkins is very vocal. He's been allowed out to play. He doesn't remember that because he wasn't born then. But I'm not jealous of the fact he wasn't born then. I know he was probably a twinkle in someone's eye. But I remember that. I'm sure that the Speaker remembers carless days. I'm sure many people can remember in this days. And that's what happened when we became victim of Mr Hipkins wonders whether or not there were cars then. Well, they were then, yes. And I think one of the things that we need to do is to always be aware that even though we are a major exporter in terms of our economy of oil, we are also a big importer of oil. And it is really impossible for us to ignore the fact that as a small nation, we need to be able to have access to oil. We know what happened last time in the 70s when we went through these problems, and the fact is this is a sensible bill that enables the cost to lie where they should. Can I also just, in conclusion, because it's such a fabulous bill that we want to get this through, second reading, such a fabulous bill, such a fabulous bill, Mr Hipkins. He is actually a lovely young man, and he'll make someone a lovely son one day. Now, I would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and might I say, I am going to confess to going to have a glass or two of something on New Year's Eve, because frankly I've had enough of this year, and I'm looking forward to a fabulous 2015. Wish everyone well, please drive safely, and all come back again. Thank you.